Unit 4.
Well, here we are again. Are you ready for some more useful phrases? Listen first. I wouldn't mind something to eat. Pub food would be fine. I like the pub atmosphere. Sounds fine to me. That's fine by me. What can I get you? I'll have a half pint of bitter, please. Here we go. No problem. How much do I owe you? Here you are. Cheers. Enjoy your meal. Thanks, you too. It is nice. Same again, please. This round's on me. I've had enough, thanks. I'm ready any time you are. Let's go then. Now you repeat each phrase. That was fine. Shall we listen to the next dialogue now? Liz, Tom and Wolf have decided to go out this evening. Let's see what they're going to do.
Dialogue.
Is anyone feeling as hungry as I am?
I wouldn't mind something to eat myself. How hungry are you? Would pub food be enough, or would you prefer a proper restaurant?
Pub food would be fine, and I like the pub atmosphere too.
Fine. The Crown's is a good one, just down the street, opposite the post office. It's cosy and the food's not bad.
Sounds fine to me.
Pretty full tonight. There's a space for 3 in that corner, if you don't mind sitting on little stools.
That's fine by me.
Great.
What can I get you?
I'll have a meat pie, if they have any. And some ginger ale, please.
We're not driving tonight. You can have something with alcohol, you know.
Thanks for the advice, but I'll have something later. I'll stick to the ginger ale for now.
What's the person at the next table eating? That looks good. Layers of minced meat, vegetables and mashed potato, isn't it?
Sure, that's shepherd's pie. It's good.
Meat pie, shepherd's pie. I thought pie was sweet for dessert.
Pie usually just means it has a crust of dough, like fruit pies or the meat pie. On shepherd's pie, the top layer is made of mashed potato. What would you like to drink?
I think I'll have a half pint of bitter, please. I'll help you carry it all.
Fine. We'll straighten out the money later.
Here we go. 1 meat pie and 1 ginger ale.
Thanks.
No problem.
How much do I owe you?
The pie was 1.20 and the ginger ale 70p.
1.90. Here you are.
Thanks. This lasagna looks good. They actually do very nice lasagna here.
But it's not very British.
Everyone thinks British food is terrible. Just overcooked vegetables and tough meat. But good British food can be delicious. And nowadays you get continental things like lasagna or quiche everywhere anyway. And there are lots of good little Chinese and Indian restaurants.
Well, this is just fine. Cheers.
Cheers.
This bitter hits the spot.
Enjoy your meal.
Thanks, you too.
This shepherd's pie is good, and the veg is not overcooked.
Glad to hear it. How's the meat pie?
Fine. The crust's nice and crisp. Want to taste?
Thanks. You're right. It's nice.
Shall I get the next round? Same again? Tom, you had a pint of lager, didn't you?
Right. Same again, please.
I'm ready for something stronger now. I'll have some cider. Dry, please. Can you manage it alone?
No problem. 1 lager, 1 dry cider, and 1 bitter for me. Be right back. Here you are. This round's on me.
Thanks.
My pleasure. Cheers.
Cheers.
Last orders, ladies and gentlemen.
Is it 10 to 11 already? Do we want more?
I've had enough, thanks.
I've had enough for now as well, thanks. We can have a nightcap at my place.
Sounds good. Well, when we finish these, we can go.
OK, I'm ready any time you are.
Let's go then.
Good night.
Good night. Please go back to the beginning and repeat the dialogue phrase for phrase. Listen and repeat.
Exercise 1.
Super! It sounded as if you'd had a good time. Now, did you notice that Liz says any when she doesn't mind what kind she gets, but that she says some when she means a particular kind? Listen to these 2 examples. What kind of meat pie would you like?
I don't mind. I'll have any kind of meat pie.
I don't mind. I'll have any kind of meat pie.
I don't mind. I'll have any kind of meat pie.
What would you like to drink? Ginger ale?
Yes, please. I'll have some ginger ale.
Yes, please. I'll have some ginger ale.
Yes, please. I'll have some ginger ale.
All right. Now it's your turn. Answer as if you were Liz. What kind of meat pie would you like?
I don't mind. I'll have any kind of meat pie.
What would you like to drink? Ginger ale?
Yes, please. I'll have some ginger ale.
Which salad would you like? Carrot salad?
Yes, please. I'll have some carrot salad.
What kind of fruit pie would you like?
I don't mind. I'll have any kind of fruit pie.
Which kind of sandwich would you like?
I don't mind. I'll have any kind of sandwich.
What would you like for dessert? Apple pie?
Yes, please. I'll have some apple pie.
Would you care for tea?
Yes, please. I'll have some tea.
What kind of salad dressing would you like?
I don't mind. I'll have any kind of salad dressing.
Does vegetable soup sound good?
Yes, please. I'll have some vegetable soup. Exercise 2.
Good for you. We also use some and any in questions. When we use some in a question, we are expecting the answer yes. If we expect the answer no, we use any. First, listen to these examples. I think they have lasagna here. Shall we ask?
Excuse me, do you have some lasagna?
Excuse me, do you have some lasagna?
Excuse me, do you have some lasagna?
They probably don't have quiche, but we can ask.
Excuse me, do you have any quiche?
Excuse me, do you have any quiche?
Excuse me, do you have any quiche?
Now it's your turn. I think they have lasagna here. Shall we ask?
Excuse me, do you have some lasagna?
They probably don't have quiche, but we can ask.
Excuse me, do you have any quiche?
They usually do shepherd's pie here. Shall we ask?
Excuse me, do you have some shepherd's pie?
We got delicious fresh fish here last week. Shall we ask today?
Excuse me, do you have some fresh fish?
I don't think they would have vegetarian dishes here, but we can ask.
Excuse me, do you have any vegetarian dishes?
It would surprise me if we could get sauerkraut here, but we can ask.
Excuse me, do you have any sauerkraut?
A friend told me they do delicious apple pie here. Shall we ask?
Excuse me, do you have some apple pie?
I would think they would have carrot salad. Shall we ask?
Excuse me, do you have some carrot salad?
I don't think this is a Guinness sort of place, but we can ask.
Excuse me, do you have any Guinness?
Exercise 3.
Fine. Did all that make you hungry? In exercise 2, you ask questions with do you have this or that? Another way to ask questions in English is to add a question tag to a regular sentence. Listen first to the examples. I'm quite sure they have quiche here. Let's ask.
You have quiche, don't you?
You have quiche, don't you?
You have quiche, don't you?
They probably don't have any Guinness here, but we can ask.
You don't have any Guinness, do you?
You don't have any Guinness, do you?
You don't have any Guinness, do you?
Now you ask the questions. Remember to repeat the correct answer. I'm quite sure they have quiche here. Let's ask.
You have quiche, don't you?
They probably don't have any Guinness, but we can ask.
You don't have any Guinness, do you?
I don't think they do any vegetarian dishes, but we can ask.
You don't do any vegetarian dishes, do you?
I've heard they make excellent peach pie. Shall we ask?
You make peach pie, don't you?
I think they sell sandwiches here. Let's ask.
You sell sandwiches, don't you?
I would be very surprised if they had any sauerkraut, but we can ask.
You don't have any sauerkraut, do you?
They usually have fresh fish here. Shall we ask?
You have fresh fish, don't you?
I doubt if they bake any dark bread here, but we can ask.
You don't bake any dark bread, do you?
The Crown almost always has shepherd's pie. Shall we ask?
You have shepherd's pie, don't you?
Great. You're coming along fine. See you in Unit 5.